this is Kina Knisley, and I'm with Keller Williams. And today, this is Real Talk about real estate. And I have Stephen Cash of Dallas, Texas. So, how is everything going in Dallas?
Hey, Kina.
Hey,
Man, things are great as always. Some houses are selling, the overpriced ones are sitting. It's exactly
hey,
what you would
here
expect.
too. So,
Yep. How about that?
I know it's amazing. If I don't know how to convince sellers, you can't sell an overpriced listing, but yeah.
So we've been really lucky. The last three we've sold have all been vacant, and we go in and make them the cheapest price listing in the neighborhood and sell them real fast. It's pretty easy.
Yeah. So that's I need your secret to getting convincing them theirs isn't. But mine is, I know, I hate that phrase, but my house is.
No better than the one next door.
Yeah.
Yep.
But you have to be so nice. Anyway,
Yep.
so what is your average price point? If it's priced correctly, what's the average price point?
It is super dependent upon every little town around the Metroplex. My average price point is probably mid 500s. If we go over towards some of the larger lots in North Dallas, you're talking a million minimum. If we go out towards some of the suburbs like South Lake, which is where people move for the super highly rated school districts, again, you're a million minimum. If we go up towards some of the other communities like Plano and Richardson, you can be 450, 500 for a
Really?
four bedroom. So it is all over the map here. I sold one a couple of weeks ago. That was a five bedroom for 420. And
Wow.
you can buy a three bedroom for a couple million if you want to. So we got whatever you want.
So like for your 420, how many square feet was that?
That was a big house. It was 3,700.
Oh
So
my goodness.
yeah. So
For 420,000?
that client had a very easy criteria. They said they wanted the biggest house with the most bedrooms they could get for under 450,000, and they didn't care about anything else. So that's what we did.
Wow,
Yep.
that's great. So
It
now the
worked out
ones
great.
that are a million, what are we looking at? Do they have like swimming pools or
Oh, you're looking at swimming pool, high-end finishes, the whole nine. Yeah, most
wow.
of the time it is location dependent, as with everything else. You're going to get a little bit of a nicer yard, maybe more privacy. And also, North Dallas has the private school corridor, which is kind of where all of the private schools are. Not very many
Oh,
people around here send their kids to Dallas ISD. And so being in proximity to the private schools really drives the prices up a lot as well. And
yeah.
that's
So
why you
what?
see people moving out. They'll go to Plano or Frisco or Richardson, just because those areas have more desirable school districts than Dallas.
So if they want to go to private school, what's the tuition?
You can be anywhere from 5 to 6 thousand a year, all the way up to,
A year? That's it?
well, that's for if you can get in at that price, you would be very lucky. Average, you're probably looking 15 to 30
Okay, yeah, because
a
ours
year per
here
kid.
is, I think they just went up to 32,000 a year, average
Well,
private
yeah, we
schools.
probably have a lot more of them though too. There's a
There's
lot
like
of them.
three or four major ones. I mean,
Yeah.
there's some little ones. I guess those are charter
No,
schools, but
these are big schools. Yeah,
wow.
these are campuses. These are very large private school campuses. But yeah, you're looking 15 to 30
Wow,
per
that's
year
yeah,
per
yeah.
student.
That's not horrible. Now, how are your property taxes? Because they go towards the schools.
Property
So
taxes are high. So
really,
yeah, property taxes are high. You're looking at about 20,000 on $1 million house, maybe a little more,
oh,
25,000.
oh, oh, that
Yeah.
is high. Because my
And
my house is a little over a million. It's 2,800 a year.
no, we're
Yeah,
about 2.5%. And
yeah.
so there's one community um in University Park, and it's kind of a little annex right in the middle of Dallas. Um They have their own school district, which is incredibly highly rated, and the average home price in that town is about 2.5 million. And the
Really?
reason is that their schools are comparable to the private schools. And so I think people look at it and
Yeah.
say, hey, I have three kids, so I'm gonna save 90,000 a year in tuition. And, yeah,
Build equity. Yeah.
I'm gonna pay that extra 90,000 a year towards my house because, if I go out of this little bubble, that same house might cost 800,000, but here it's gonna cost 1.8
Wow.
or 2.8 million. So
Wow.
it's interesting. School districts drives
Yeah,
a
that's
lot around here. And even my neighborhood, I have a Dallas address, but I am zoned to Richardson schools, which are again more desirable than the Dallas ISD schools. So my house is worth tremendously more than a house, quarter mile away that doesn't have Richardson schools. So
yeah. It's
it's
amazing what we'll do for
it's
our kids. So,
it is
right?
very interesting. We shop by school district all the time.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's incredible. But
Yeah.
okay, so why are people moving to Dallas? What's there?
Jobs.
So, yeah, you kind of need one of those to buy a house, guys.
Period.
Just
That's
so
it.
y'all know.
That's it. That's why people move here. People are moving here because corporations are moving here and they're bringing jobs with them. And
Oh, wow. So
that is
who's
the
moving
number
there?
one.
Just, in case real estate doesn't work out.
Banks. Banks and financial. So
Okay.
Dallas is trying to be the second financial hub behind Manhattan.
Oh, really?
I think we actually have a Texas stock exchange. So there's the New York Stock Exchange, and we're gonna have a Texas Stock Exchange.
Oh
So
my
uh,
goodness.
all the major banks, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, they've all got offices either in downtown Dallas or in Frisco or in Westlake.
Oh man, I
Yep.
didn't know. I did not even think of. I think of that. I guess I think of Fort Worth, and I think of the cattle drive, because
Yeah,
that's what I did.
Fort Worth was kind of the original the oil town. So
Yeah.
that's Fort Worth thinks of themselves as the kind of the energy town, and Dallas is the business town.
Wow. So
Yep.
that
It's
is
interesting.
amazing.
Yeah.
So outside of the cool little cattle drive that they run the cows, I guess they're not cows because they have big horns.
Longhorns.
They run those down the street. It's kind of fun. It's worth going.
Yeah, it's cool.
What else is fun to do in Dallas?
Eat. There are so many great restaurants. It's wonderful. We are on a what would you call it? I don't want to call it a diet, but we're on a hiatus from eating out at way too many good restaurants because I took advantage of too many of them over the past
Yeah.
year. So, but they're great. Yeah, there's lots of super authentic food. The Indian food, the Thai food is unbelievable here.
Wow.
And then we've got two Broadway theaters. So there's one in Fort Worth, one in Dallas. So any sort of play or Broadway that you want to go to, um, all the options you want for that. Tons of golf courses around here. So yeah, there's nothing you can't do in Dallas.
So are people coming there to retire? I mean, when I hear golf, I think retirement.
Um, not really, and probably because of the property taxes.
Yeah,
So if you
that's
come
true.
here and you want to buy $1 million house, even if you don't have a payment on it, you're going to be 2,500 bucks a month just
Yeah.
in probably 3,000 a month and property tax and insurance. Insurance is high too here because we have a lot of hail. And so insurance
Oh,
companies have to replace a lot of roofs.
yeah. See, we're dealing with hurricanes and wildfires, our
Yep.
insurance.
We got hail.
But yeah, yeah, you guys have that hail that will dent your car. That's why everybody
Yeah.
wants a garage. Yeah.
Yep. That's right.
So,
That's right.
but,
Yeah, it's I don't know. And the weather is it goes from one extreme to the other. So, we might hit 110 in the summer and we'll certainly hit 0 to 10 or 15 in the winter. So it's
man,
it's
no.
the weather and the property taxes do not necessarily bode for what you would consider a retirement destination.
Yeah. Now, what about investing? How's your rental market? Is it worth buying something to try to buy and hold or?
The rental market has been very good. Again, the property taxes and the insurance, it
Yeah.
makes it hard. But rents are not cheap around here. There's a lot of demand. Everything kind of shot up 2 years ago and it's come down just a little bit since then. But yeah, we're still seeing, I think around here, like 40% of the homes that sold last year were to investors. So it's
Yeah.
it's a lot of people who are moving their investments out of, just to be totally honest, more tenant friendly states and moving investments into more landlord friendly states, of which
Yeah.
Texas
I
is.
mean, you have to watch that because we're a very tenant friendly state.
Yeah.
Which yeah, doesn't do well when the landlord would like
Squatters
to
and
sell.
evictions and all of that
Oh
stuff.
my
Yep.
goodness. Yeah. It's just
Yeah.
ugly. So,
Yep.
well, what else do you want people to know about Dallas
What do I want people to know about
or the
Dallas?
Dallas housing market?
Okay, that makes it a little easier. I was gonna say, come here and eat some great food and let's go play some golf. That's what I want you to know about Dallas. And
Oh,
then we'll
that sounds
go,
fun.
we have season tickets to the Broadway show, so we'll go catch a Broadway. One of the things that I don't want to say it's a misnomer, but people are a little confused about home values in Texas. So we'll see people moving from what they consider to be higher price states and coming to Texas because they think we have cheap housing here. And that is not necessarily the case anymore, especially in Dallas, Austin, Houston, San Antonio, the hubs. There's a lot of demand here. There's a lot of industry here. There is, especially in Austin and Dallas, a lot of very high paying jobs. And people come here and think they're going to get a cheap house and a low monthly payment. And then they come here and they might have sold their $1 million house and they thought they were going to buy one for 400, but it's actually 800. And so, I think people need to be a little more cognizant of the fact that there, I don't know where those places are in the country that you can go buy very cheap housing at, but
Yeah.
Texas is not Texas is
Texas
not
isn't
one
one
of
of them.
them.
Not, at least not in somewhere you want to live, Texas.
Not in somewhere you want to live. And I know that's not the world's most ringing endorsement, but it's
Yeah.
because there is an incredible amount of demand. It's because people really like living here. People like, and especially people from Texas, of which I am not one. I'm a South Carolina transplant, but I can tell you people from Texas love being from Texas.
Oh, I
They're
know.
never leaving Texas. And yeah, it's a place that people are moving because it's a great quality of life and there's an opportunity to make a great income. And
Yeah. So,
the house prices reflect that.
yeah, no, but all right. Well, thank you so much for sharing today. I love this. It's like a little
Thanks for
travel
having me.
channel. So I
Hey,
always
it's great.
learn something.
Every time I get to do one of these, I learn something new about somebody else's market, and
Yeah.
inevitably, many things are the same, and then some things are very, very different.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. No, but all right. Well, this has been Real Talk about real estate, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much.